make Jesus famous. That's what I read on the post. My mission is to make Jesus famous. Like, grab a glass, let's have a toast. Like in John 2, when Mary tried to push Jesus into the spotlight, and he said, "Woman, what are you doing? This isn't even my timeline." Or how about John 6, when the crowd started massing? "Long live the Messiah to save us from Roman rule. Make it happen." And Jesus is preaching and teaching to those same crowds. They're hanging on his every word. Hear what he says now. "If you don't eat my flesh and drink my blood, you can have no part in me." Wait, what did he just say? This is some real hard teaching. Like, "Jesus, you are cool and all, and we're behind you most of the way, but you gotta dumb it down a little bit so the crowd stays." No, I'm the true bread of life, so you must eat of me. And one by one they walked away. The crowds vanished almost instantly. In the moment where they were ready to crown Jesus king, he taught his hardest truths just to dwindle his following. Because the reality is, mass generates mass. And I say this to be blunt. People want the masses to follow them, but the masses don't know what they want. People will follow what's trending. You ever heard the phrase, majority rules? But most of the time, majority of masses in the scripture, they were following the ways of the fools. And Jesus knew this, that people would follow him because of the hype. That people would follow him because it was cool, but not out of divine insight. That's why he frequently did whatever he could just to get out of the spotlight. This is all throughout the New Testament. Every gospel author writes that he constantly told people that he healed, not to mention that it was he who had came. That he told the demons to shut their mouths and not dare mention his name. That he even told the demoniac that he healed not to follow him, but to go his own way. And that he was the Son of God was something he rarely did say. But nowadays in church culture, we want to make Jesus famous. But you might not find him at your conference. He might just show up among the nameless. You won't find him in the hype. You got to look further into the heart. He might not show up in the light show. He might just show up in the dark. And all of our saints knew this, especially the early mystics, separated themselves from society and were labeled as the misfits. Before trying to change others, they made sure they were first transformed themselves. Before speaking out against evil, they allowed God to rid them of their own personal hells. So the next time somebody says to make Jesus famous, I suggest you reconsider. Maybe he doesn't want fame unlike Instagram and Twitter. Maybe he knows that true following happens when the crowd's dispersed. Maybe we need to see anew and let him spit into the dirt and rub it on our eyes again. The church has gone blind again, but man, I want to catch this wave and make sure that I ride again. I know I'm called to die again today and every day. Die to power, die to possessions, die to popularity, and die to fame. So Jesus, I won't follow you into fame, but into the fringes. I know the cross is the door that swings new life open on its hinges. I won't follow you for fame, and I won't seek fame either. I'll follow you into the margins, because that's where you take the true believer.